I've gotten an education plus real-life experience, and I think that is what employers are really looking for these days.
As a business owner or as a manager, you don't wake up on a Thursday and say, that's right, today's Thursday, I've got that finance problem because I don't have a marketing problem until a week from Tuesday. They're all interrelated. You pull one string, it pulls on another string.
A life in business can rarely be plotted on a straight line. But the accomplishments that drive a successful career forward and upward are often rooted in where they begin. At one university, business careers begin by owning a business.
I actually have an opportunity to go out and be an entrepreneur when I'm only 20 years old. It's pretty fantastic that they let us do this.
And working in a business.
And so we expect you to come in, try a lot, learn a lot, but also add value to our organization.
And advising a business.
Being in a client project, you can see how that affects the real-life operations of that business that I'm working with. So it feels like my education has come full circle.
Sure, the classroom is important, but real business doesn't fit neatly inside a class. So one university fits itself inside business, real business. This is the College of Business Administration at Butler University.
I could sit here and make an argument and say, let's just make it a very selective process. But I think what makes Butler different is every student has the opportunity to participate in the real life, real business through the 4 years.
It's a non-traditional model with an intuitive power that's evident from the first days on campus.
We run them through a series of events, activities over 2 days, whereby they will have to work as their team to creatively solve problems, overcome obstacles.
We take our grade, if you will, and we give 50% content, 50% on process. A normal class is probably 90% content, 10% process.
Process. You'll hear a lot about process here. In real business, process is often called execution, and it's what drives consistent growth.
It is general exploration, respecting what people say, making sure you accumulate a lot of ideas, trying to foster creativity.
It's a process that animates the Butler MBA right from its beginning.
We had to consult with H.H. Gregg, and they brought in their executives to present us with a task. The number one priority was, in fact, making a specific product recommendation.
You know, like with the high-end audio, I like having it on display in one store in each major market.
As long as you followed a process and can tell them this is the process and this is what led us to that recommendation, that's all we care about.
So what we recommend is that you bring high-end audio into several key stores to complement your high-end theater.
Butler is committed to the realities of business.
We're learning how to make business better and be consultants in our business and to other businesses, so this is exactly what needs to happen in a program like this.
The Butler MBA is one expression of real life, real business. Sophomores say it too, in the form of a business they build and they run. The money is real, and the lessons endure.
Strike a Pose is a photo booth rental service. We rent photo booths to events such as bar mitzvahs, proms, weddings, and corporate parties.
Most enjoyment that we get out of it is actually seeing, the looks on all the people's faces, when they get in and when they take these pictures. They absolutely love it.
I think it also helps them be aware of why they need all their classes their junior and senior year.
When I go into managerial accounting, I know a lot of the concepts. This is a budget. This is how, our turnover works. Concepts such as that you don't really have a name for, but you understand them just from running this business.
Along the way, real business intersects with real life.
A lot of people have different, opinions on how the booth should be run or, just the overall aspects of the business.
Teamwork's a very complex issue. It's not really something you can teach someone. You just have to gain experience with it.
This is my responsibility, and this is how I'm part of the team. Really powerful stuff, which will last a lifetime.
Career development isn't an afterthought here. It's integrated from the first year forward with classes, workshops, seminars, and not one, but 2 internships required for credit. Real business is everywhere here.
We feel that it's important from the minute the students walk in through the door to begin thinking about the fact that in 4 years they're going to be ready to start a career, and they'll talk right then about the importance of networking.
Through my network contact, I was able to get a job at JP Morgan as an investment analyst.
By getting our students into this framework beginning freshman year, they're a step ahead of the competition.
It's a structure that not only works for students and employers, but also for Indiana businesses that are poised for growth and ready to accelerate.
The Butler Business Accelerator is a consulting practice aimed exclusively at Indiana-based companies, $5 to $50 million in sales. We exist to consult with them and jumpstart their growth.
Our sales were up by about 30%. It's one of the things that interests me about Butler Business Accelerator, is they actually helped you do the work, and they stayed with you until the job was done.
All of our engagements are led by full-time professional consultants.
It's always bringing that learning experience back into the classroom. Just because we're teachers or professors doesn't mean we know it all by any stretch. We have to learn right along with our students.
The students that are working on these client engagements are definitely not students that have been only working in a classroom. And you can tell that from the minute they step into a client's location.
Being able to work with the business professionals, the project managers that we're with, and picking up on their core competencies and incorporating that into what we do as students. I can connect the classroom with the real world, and I'm a better business person for it.
Across the curriculum, Butler is creating better business people. Our process also attracts businesses and business owners who want to play a role in shaping their next generation. Some also come here to get better themselves.
I came to Professor Dolvin and his class with a fund that was geared to raise $5 million in equity.
They were in the process of their fundraising, and so they provided us with their private placement memorandum.
This was a live deal, and the projects that they looked at were live projects.
And we had a general partner, a total cash distribution of $7.699 million. Based on this,
fair?
Based on our findings, based on these percentages, no.
The most impressive thing is in their qualitative skills. They were all able to grasp exactly what we were looking for. I think they'll be well equipped going out in the workforce.
Business people ready to succeed in real businesses. That's our product. And like all products, it's how they're made, the formative processes that define their character.
The small class sizes, along with the experiential learning piece, and then marrying all that with running a business, wow, what better learning experience can you have as a student, right?
If you're the kind of person that wants to sit in the back of the class and take notes and be lectured to, then this is not the place for you. But if you want to be hands-on, get involved, be engaged, experience, and challenge yourself, then that's what our curriculum's about.
But at Butler, our commitment is to every business student to provide each student with a real-life, real business experience while they're going through those 4 years. And that is the competitive advantage. It's the differential of Butler.